All right, welcome to RT4-1. In this lesson, you're going to be able to solve for area of a triangle using trigonometry, which you have actually already done, but today we're going to focus on some patterns. All right, let's go ahead and find the area of this triangle. While we're doing this, we're going to pay close attention to how we find the height of the triangle. So here is our H for height, and we're going to look at this triangle here. Looking at the angle we're given right here, we have the opposite side and the hypotenuse. Let's remember SOHCAHTOA. When I have opposite hypotenuse, I'm going to use sine. So I have sine of our angle, which was 55 degrees, equals the opposite, which is h, over the hypotenuse, which is 29. Now we need to solve for h, so I'm going to multiply both sides by 29. That'll clear our fractions. We have 29 times sine of 55 is going to equal h, or the height. Now, many of you are reaching for your calculator to type that in, and you're going to do some rounding, but I'm going to tell you to pause, hold off. We are not going to do that yet. We're going to look now at the area. Let's remember that area of a triangle is 1/2 base times height. We have our height. We can say that 29 times sine of 55 is our height. We're actually going to substitute that in for our h. We're going to wait till the very end to plug it all into our calculator. So let's go ahead and do that. We have 1/2. The base of the triangle is 33, so times 33. We said our height was 29 times sine of 55. So I'm going to write that whole thing in for h. Now we're going to take out our calculator. We're going to type that whole thing into our calculator. 1/2 times 33 times 29 times sine of 55. When we do that multiplication, we get the area to equal 392 about, if we round it. Now what I want to point out here is I want you to notice that 33 is one of our sides, 29 is one of our sides, and 55 is the angle measure given. Keep that in your brain. Think about that pattern. We're going to go do another one. Let's take a look at another one. Again, we're going to pay close attention to how we're finding the height. So here's the height. Let's remember we're going to be working with this right triangle here. And in this case, we are given our angle here of 72, and we still have our opposite, h, and our hypotenuse is 21. 21 is the hypotenuse because it's across from the right angle. So let's remember that sine of 72 equals the opposite, which is h, times the hypotenuse, which is 21. We can go ahead and multiply both sides by 21. It's going to clear our fraction over here. So 21 times sine of 72 equals our height. And remember, don't put in your calculator right now. We're going to look at our area formula. Area equals 1/2 base times height. Let's remember that this whole thing here is our height. 1/2, the base of this triangle. Remember, the base and the height of the triangle have to be perpendicular. So 38.5 is the base because it's perpendicular to the height. Then we're going to multiply it by the height, which is 21 times sine of 72. Let's go ahead and type that whole thing into our calculator. 1/2 times 38.5 times 21 times sine of 22. And we get 384.5 if we round to the nearest tenth. There is our area. Now let's notice again, we have our two sides, 38.5 and 21. So I'm multiplying those two, and then I'm taking the sine of the angle in between them, the sine of the angle in between them. This is the pattern. This was the same exact pattern in our last example. We had the two sides of the triangle, multiplied them together, times the sine of the angle in between those two sides, times 1/2. And that actually is the formation of our new area formula. So the side angle, side triangle, area conjecture. If you have a triangle that looks like this, okay, the area of the triangle is given by the formula 1/2 times A times B times the sine of C. Notice that the way we write sides is with a lowercase letter. So A and B are sides, so those are using lowercase letter. When we are referring to an angle, we use an uppercase letter. Really important, A and B are lengths of the sides, and C is the angle between those two sides. Really, really important that C is the angle between them. All right, let's practice using that formula. We're going to start with the formula. Area equals 1/2 A times B times sine of C. And as you're looking right now, you might be like, I don't know which one's A and which one's B. Good news is either one of those lengths can be A and either one can be B, because we can multiply either way. A times B is the same as B times A. So all I'm going to do here is I'm going to substitute my two sides. 8.4 times 10.6. Then I'm going to multiply it by the sine of the angle in between. 51 is the angle in between our side lengths. So that is the correct angle to use. And then we're going to just multiply in our calculator to get the area. When we do that, we get the area to equal 34 point, if we round to the nearest tenth, 0.6 units squared. All right, let's take a look at this example. Again, we are asked to find the area of a triangle. And we found out that area equals 1/2 A times B times sine of the angle C. So let's substitute our numbers in. 1/2 A, I'm going to call 10.1. Remember, you could choose either one to be, either side length to be A and either one to be B. And then the sine of C, remember this is the angle that's in between the two side lengths. Now we just need to substitute this into our calculator. Multiply it out, 1/2 times 10.1 times 12.9 times sine of 112. And some of you might be wondering, Ms. Gutierrez, this isn't a right triangle. 112 is going to be more than 90. In this case, it will work. And you get it to be 60.4. Here's our last example. Again, find the area of the triangle. Our formula, A equals 1/2 A times B times sine of C. Substitute what we have. A, I'm going to call 9. B will be the other side length of 5. Sine of our angle. Remember, the angle has to be between the two side lengths. So 109. Plug this into your calculator. 1/2 times 9 times 5 times sine of 109. And we get 21.3 when it's rounded to the nearest tenth. As a reminder, if you're not getting these answers, might be because your calculator is not in degree mode. Make sure your calculator is in degree mode.